Good morning, comrades! Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Nürburgring, and welcome to our 3 o'clock news episode, where today we'll be talking about the fact that Rimac Nevera has set not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, not 10, not 20, but 23 world records. Mate Rimac and the team, what the actual F. Well, we knew that the car is of course capable and lots of records were on the planning, and unfortunately there is no Nürburgring lap record yet, either overall lap record. I don't think, to be honest, the car is capable of it, but for EV definitely. And who knows, maybe sub. Not gonna tell you much about it, but I do know for a fact that the car is coming soon to the Nürburgring, so car spotters such as Automotive Mike should definitely already charge up their batteries to see the car here. And hopefully later, essentially, we will see actual car do the Nürburgring lap time attempt. And hopefully I'll be able to drive the car with Mate on my passenger seat, because that was always my lifetime goal, as mentioned. Anyway, back on the topic. Why am I making this video? Not only because I am the fan of the brand as an ex-employee, massive fanboy, very biased of course, but also the way that the record has been done and reported about. This is an absolute benchmark in automotive manufacturing achievements and journalism. So not only for hypercar performance benchmarking. And let me explain to you why in a bit. First of all, what are we talking about? The most important record is here the 0 to 400 to a 0 kilometers per hour, or 0 to 249 back to 0 miles per hour, 222. It was achieved in 29.93 seconds, over a second quicker than the previous holder. Previous holder was, by the way, Koenigsegg Riera, which also carries a piece of Rimac technology in it. So I would say it's a double win for Rimac to a certain extent. Now, this was done also, by the way, in Germany. This is probably also why the car is going to be soon here, maybe. It was done in Germany in automotive testing Papenburg facility using 4 kilometer or 2.49 miles straights, and independently verified by Devisoft and Race Logic. Now, Devisoft is a name that you have probably heard before, especially if you're following my channel, or actually named Devetron, because Devetron, as far as I could, because when I saw the name Devisoft, I did some Googling. Devetron is the company that does hardware, and Devisoft is what's doing actually software and these measurements. And back in 2020, there was an occurrence where SSC Tuatara claimed to have done over 500 kilometers per hour, after which Shmi, Robert and I said, like, hold on a second, there are 200,000 different things that completely make zero sense, and here's the actual data to prove it. And back then, one of the first comebacks from SSC was, well, Devetron verified the data. To which Devetron said, like, we haven't verified the data. In this case, however, Devisoft and Race Logic, two different third-party companies, have verified the data on site. They've provided with certificates and with all the data. And this is the way these kinds of events or achievements should be done. This is, for me, the first time that a manufacturer is doing something like that. Now, the only achievement a company that wasn't there was actually Guinness World Book of Records, and for a simple reason. Not only do they asking for a lot of money. I'm sure Rimac has no problems with having the money with all the recent investments, etc., etc. But the fact that they ask to have 10 different similar cars from competitors to make sure that your car is actually faster than all the cars present is impossible. Of course, Mate Rimac could bring any Bugatti. He could maybe ask Christian von Koenigsegg to bring Jesko there for a comparison. Christian would love it to do it probably as well. Horacio Pagani? No. Like someone else with 5,000 horsepower. What's this Arab hypercar, supercar? Forgot the name already. Lycan Hypersport or something. Forget about it. It's completely like unfeasible, the demands that they're asking to do. Anyway, so I think in this case the Guinness World Book of Records is not really relevant. The only thing that's relevant are actually all these data that have been verified by the two different companies. And it's also very interesting to see that data are actually different, because by the type and the amount of satellites they're using. So actually, when we look at one of the records of 0 to 100 kilometers, Race Logic is showing 1.82 seconds and Devisoft is showing 1.81. So it's good to take a measurement, like to take a median. Another interesting achievement is that the Nevera has actually outperformed its actual claims, because in the beginning it said that it would do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.74 seconds. No, it has done in 1.74, but 1.85 was given by the car's introduction, so it actually outperformed its target, which is amazing. Another important thing to mention is that it was done in, as mentioned previously, in Papenburg on non-prepped asphalt. So if you would put some glue like they do in drag racing, maybe the car would go even sub 8 seconds for a quarter mile, because currently it is doing 8.26 or 8.25, depends which measurement system you're going to be using. And again, the car was using Michelin Cup 2R tires. The previous achievements from the last 2 years were done on Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, and now it has used the Cup 2R. Now, speaking of Cup 2R, the previous records for the fastest acceleration, the 0 to 100, I believe, was claimed to be done by Automobili Pininfarina Battista, which is basically the similar car, as it's using the same powertrain as the Rimac Nevera. But when they did the announcement during the winter, I believe it was in February, I almost wanted to make a video like similar to SSC, like, guys, really, is this how you're gonna make an announcement of such an achievement? Because first there was just a press release like, hey, we have done it, and there was like no supporting video evidence whatsoever, because there was just like a really way too over edited video. And then later they did something in India again with there was a better video, but when the car starts accelerating, there was a cut to an outside shot and then cut back, and I'm like, why? Seriously, why? Because it reminded me instantly when Alfa Romeo Stelvio did a Nürburgring SUV lap record, and they showed the video where like they all of a sudden cut from one section to the track to another, and I'm like, that's not how the track goes. In case of Rimac Nevera, in this case, like when they did the top speed world record run, also in Papenburg, we see first with the video that you see just uncut video that Goran, the guy who was with me over winter and destroyed the nice set of PS4S tires that I was supposed to have to do some drifting, and then I ended up driving on winter tires. No, good for Goran. You see him just doing it in one single shot, done. And after that, there is some marketing talk about, okay, it was verified independently, you can eat an ice cream.
It was quite easy to achieve all of the records. You can literally eat an ice cream while doing most of them.
This was my favorite shot of the whole video, so maybe they're gonna start another ice cream challenge. Maybe you can do a sub 8-minute lap on a Nürburgring with eating ice cream. Nürburgring would never allow that, I know that for sure. But it is possible to show the actual facts and then go with all the marketing supportive information without doing like, you know, weird marketing bullshit. So again, this is, I think, pretty much all I had to say. Let me see if I missed anything. I think that's kind of it. What I wanted to say is that, well, the fact that Rimac has set the records, they used 2 different independent third parties to verify the record, who both verified it, and also the way the video was published is amazing, and also the communication is the way that should be done. It should be a benchmark. One final thing, speaking of the video, you see that you see the in camera, you see the outside camera in small, which is like kind of potato camera, which was used from Devasoft as far as I know, and you see a GoPro in the back, not running, because it failed. And me recording for over a decade with GoPros, I know that this thing happens. So what can we learn from this? Great using 2 different third parties telemetry systems. I think for future records you need to use 2 different cameras as well, and to see which one is not going to fail. So that's all I had to say. Let me know what you think of it, whether it matters, whether it doesn't matter. Were you looking forward to a car coming here at the ring? I definitely am, at some point eventually soon. And hopefully I'll get to do a lap with Mate himself, because that's my goal. And maybe let's see, I'm even more interested when the car is going to be doing autonomous records. But for that, stay tuned, subscribe to Rimac's channel, and also to mine if you haven't yet. And now we'll go and film some 24-hour section. Let's go, let's go.